Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Season 4, Week 2. Here we have Engel versus Evori, with Evori up on the killer with Garafa here on the Nightmare for Evori, which is their killer pick on this best of 3 set. I'm joined with me with Flair. Flair, how are you and how are you feeling about this Nightmare set in Wretched Shop?
I am wonderful, thank you. I'm excited to see some more Wretched Nightmare gameplay in Blood Rush League today.
Yeah, you've been here for every single Nightmare set, I'm pretty sure.
It's exciting. It's a fun set. It's a fun set, especially when we get early hits like this onto Zev over at the main building.
No, that's a very good play on that palette there to get that hit. What do you think of our build though?
I think this is very nice little rocket swing there, as some might say. I think this is a very standard build for the Nightmare. We've got the pill bottle, we've got cropped pain resurrection sloppy. I'd say this is about as stock standard as you can get, especially in the current balancing where obviously unicorn block is banned for the Nightmare.
Yeah, no, fair. I do like their add-on choice of rope and pill bottle. I think pill bottle is my favorite Nightmare add-on out of all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very strong add-on, very staple add-on for him.
Yeah, we could see here agendas pop in the background and looks Quan is asleep, is no longer asleep. I'm sorry, I butchered their name.
I believe his name is Tae Young, right? Because of
oh yeah,
how their names are stylized. But yeah.
Yeah.
Did opt to take an early pain res onto Tae Young as well, and also an early pull, which I'm not sure if I agree with either.
The early pull, I'm not too sure. The pain res is fine. I think the pain res is completely fine, honestly, Flair. Because I mean, sure, you had someone double. I think that gen was doubled, which is why it popped so fast.
It was, yes.
But that means the other gen is probably going to be at 50-ish%, like 50-60%. So I don't mind pain resing that. I'll be honest.
Yeah, fair. It's a fair call. I can understand why that call would be made in the moment. Absolutely.
Yeah, and we can see here there are some gens in the background. We get a teleport here on Zev, and this is probably maybe why an early pull isn't the best, because now we have Zev on Deathhook, and we're still at 4 gens in, despite we have multiple another gen being doubled and another gen being soloed. So I don't know. I don't know. It feels like their first hook wasn't in the most crazy spot for the survivors to play around, and now that they did an early pull, that chase, now they're on Death Hook, and we're still at 3 gens here, and we're able to get the interrupt on the solo gen here at the hill.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking like we're in a very good spot for our Nightmare player here. Sorry, my spectate has just been bugging out a little bit.
No worries.
We're looking like we're in a very good spot for our Nightmare player here. We have got Zev off the hook once again. Yeah, I mean, this just looks like a good game state for our Nightmare to possibly 4K in.
No, yeah, and we do get it down here on I want to attempt to pronounce her name again. Looks Kitvis. I'm so sorry, but yeah, Lux Kitvis is now gonna be pain res here. I don't mind this extra pain res. This puts slows down the gen some more. We do spot Wilco over here and the Dwight. Being walking around in mid, and then we got Zav once again in the shack area. This is, I think, a really good spot. Spending another pain rest there, I think, is fairly strong, as it'll give us a bit more time here to get this tunnel out before we get into our 1v3 situation, Flair.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a bit surprised that the tappers that Zev has allowed himself to be found there like that. I think the game plan, honestly, for him should have been all you have to do is just not get found, and these been found on a gen whilst another person's being pain res. It's a bit of an unfortunate situation for our survivors here.
Yeah.
And it will mean, or it should result in a tunnel out as long as Grapha has a decent enough chase here on the Nightmare.
I mean, I think they're gonna get this right here because of that snare. Yep, they do get the hit. And I mean, Grapha has been having these good chases, I feel. They've been hitting these snares, getting the hits, and
He does opt to leave the chase though, which I don't hate that decision. Chase is taking a little bit too long, unfortunately. This is actually, despite the good start, this has turned into very quickly problems for Garafa. I'm quite impressed with our survivors' performance
the gen pressure.
On the gen so far.
What do you think of the survivors doubling our gens with friendly competition? They were aggressively doubling multiple gens here with friendly comp.
I think that's the play. With something like friendly comp in play, you want to get that activated because it is quite a sizable increase in gen speed at about, I believe it's 5%.
Yeah.
You double out an early first gen, particularly one that might be a bit problematic later on, and then you can either split or you can double like the other survivors are doing here, and you can just see how fast the gens will fly because of something like that.
Yeah, they alongside friendly comp, they also have Deja, so like it's crazy fast.
Yeah, absolutely. All the stacking generator repair speeds just coming in clutch, and yeah, a gen will not stay up for long once it's been started by that player.
Oh my, we got a chase here on the unhook at for Revel on the Renato. But Flair, I still like despite the one gen, we have to take note that we have 2 survivors on Death Hook.
We do. This is still a very volatile game. This can go poorly very quickly for our survivors here.
Everyone
I would
is here.
say that. Oh no, I would say that our survivors are very advantaged in this situation.
Yeah.
But this is a volatile game state, 100%.
They have to get the pull here, I feel. We hit on Dwight. Will
Going
Dwight...
for a trade. Ooh.
Oh! No, the
It's
auto
the wrong
aim!
survivor. It's the wrong survivor. Doesn't get the trade. I was about to say that I think the survivors actually misplayed that unhook, but they seem I guess the auto aim has just worked out well for them here.
Yeah, and I mean like the other survivor coming in there did prevent Graffer from like going left to try and like lunge around, right? So
Yeah.
they tried to
absolutely.
swing between them.
Best
and
out of a
hit-
bad situation.
Yeah, they did hit the hook survivor on the hook, but they do get it down here on Wilco, and we'll be getting a pain rest off of them, which is I think what Graffa needs here to slow down the game a bit more.
Yeah, 100%. He needs to get these pain reses going. He really needs to try and find one of his 2 Death Hook survivors, which he has here actually, and get them out of the game as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Get a fast pull onto our Dwight here as well.
Yeah, Wilco getting pulled here. Looks Kitfist here in the chase, and they may be going down, and it looks like they are. And this might be our
Nice.
first survivor sacrifice with 1 generator remaining, Flair.
Yeah, absolutely. This is it's starting to look better for our Nightmare. It's still a very uphill battle from here. He does have one blessing in that the survivors are all kind of just playing in his face a lot. But we can hear here the gen progress is just so high that it's looking very scary for him. He needs to re-kick this, and he needs to get an eruption proc on it as soon as possible.
I mean, we have 3 injured survivors, and we just hit the survivor on Death Hook, so this is danger for this. They need to chase here, not to like be short.
Yeah, 100%. And there it is. Oh,
Danger!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, team problems. We've been
What?
found together, injured.
What a dream palette, Flair! That was
Guys,
crazy.
problems.
Oh, this is
And our
looking
third
like
survivor
a
has
4K
been
one.
found. Oh my. Well, fair enough. As I said, very volatile game state. He's
Flair,
instantly come back from
I'm
it.
surprised that there was a dream palette. I didn't know Freddy could put a dream palette on the window side of that 4 lane.
Yes, you can. There's quite a lot of surprising ones that he can put it at. A lot of tiles that won't normally have dream palettes. For instance, the R&L tiles, the famous Macmillan ones, you can put dream palettes on the window side of those as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my. Well played by Garaffa here to just like 3 downs in the span of how many seconds is that? Like within less than half a minute? I don't know, that's a highlight
he had
for
two
sure.
by the time that his dream palette was almost out of the animation of being put erupted. Dear oh dear. Very volatile game for our survivors here, and it shows there. One mistake and that's all it takes, and you'll just end up back into a 4K.
Yeah. Of Wilco crawling away here, hiding in some grass, but they might be found fairly momentarily.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be found. But even regardless, I believe the bleed out doesn't really matter here.
No, it
for
doesn't, as
Angela.
Wilco has already been hooked.
Yes, I know that some wasn't 100% familiar with the bleed out rules. I know that they vary depending on the tournament, but I
Yeah.
believe in Blood Rush League it's just a fresh hook.
Yeah. If it's a fresh hook that bleeds out, you only are awarded 1 hook stage, and there is no fresh hooks awarded. But if they have already been fresh hooked, then you get full hook stages.
Yeah, very good. So I mean, he does not too much pressure on finding our survivor here then.
Yeah. He's gonna swing around here at Shack, probably waiting for Hatch to spawn at this point.
I'm interested in your thoughts. I think this game crumbled when all 3 survivors ended up coming to get the pull on our survivor that was on hook.
I think the idea of sending 3 survivors was a bit excessive. I think Zev should have just played back and just worked on a gen in the background.
I fully agree.
Yeah,
I think I think a double pull was called for to send 2 survivors in, get them off hook.
Yeah.
But we kind of sent all 3. It looked like a bit of a communication error, if I'm going to be completely honest. And they also kind of just danced around the hook a little bit instead of making a decisive action.
Yeah, they should have just went. They were cutting it really close. The survivor was like about 10%
Yes.
away on the bleed on the hook bar, sacrifice
Yeah.
bar. Yeah.
And because of that, we've ended up with all survivors injured. We've ended up with a pretty quick tunnel out after that as well.
Yeah, and to a 3 slug.
into the 3 slug, yeah.
I think like having all 3 injured there coming out of that unhook it's still a salvageable. It was just the fact that they got caught at that 4 lane with 2 survivors getting down consecutively was disaster. And then the teleport happening to, I think if I recall, it was a teleport on the last remaining survivor, like absolutely sealed the game there. Like,
yeah, it was a nice dream projection from our nightmare here. They were kind of working the generator that had all the progress, which it's a pretty understandable read.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that once we go into the 3v1 there with everyone injured, we either need to just split to 3 separate sections of the map, to 3 separate quadrants, and just play far away from each other, or we need to just play slow the game down, get some resets out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then start it again, right? We're not in a rush to complete that 12 generator, even though it was very high progress. Like, you don't need to do it in the next 20 seconds. You really should just be slowing the game down in that situation.
Yeah, no, and that will be our first game here of our first set with 4K1 for Grafa. What do you feel about that result, Flair?
I think it's a very fine result for both sides. I think it's still winnable for our other team here at 4K1.
Yeah.
We know that we've seen quite a few times now how snowbally this Nightmare Killer can be. So I'd say it's a very comfortable result, despite not quite as optimal as what we could have had. But
yeah, 4K2 win condition with a 4K1 die condition is very achievable. I mean, we've seen Nightmare 4K4. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, we have seen that. I would like to call that an anomaly, but yeah, we have definitely seen some Nightmare 4K4s.
Yeah, and it looks like Lux Kitvis is going to be playing Nightmare for here for Engel. Yeah. So we'll get the lobby set up, and Flair and I will see you guys in a bit as we get all of that running. I will be right back. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League main bracket, round 2 of season 4 with Engel versus Evori. This time we have Evori's killer here with Lux Kitvis. Yeah. Here on the Nightmare, and I'm joined with me by Flair with a win condition of 4K2. Flair, what do you feel about this?
I think that this is doable if we have a good game from our mastermind here. Sorry, not our mastermind. What am I saying? Our Nightmare here.
Yeah.
I don't know about the add-on choices. That he's got double chase. Oh my lord! He's got double chase add-ons here with the shirt and the prototype claws.
Yeah.
Both allowing for faster dream pallet explosions and also, which we see there, and also faster charge time of the dream there.
Yeah, that did look fairly fast. I think the note also is our game is between North America and the South America team, so there's a slight amount of ping, not crazy like it's NA to EU or EU to OCE, but it is like there is a bit of ping.
Yeah, what? 100%. So we could see some ping hits. I would like to see our Nightmare player just take this early hook because it is very fast and just go find a new chase with a new survivor.
Yeah.
Hopefully he does that. I think that that's the sort of snowball that we can get a 4K2 result off of.
We are breaking that main door, which I think is a good course of action. But we do, honestly, we should just go and teleport somewhere and find a survivor, I feel. Or even just walk and teleport back when they get the unhook. Like, you have multiple options here. And we do find a survivor here.
We have found a survivor, that's
However,
good.
Flair, this survivor is fully awake.
He is, and he is also, he had the clock immunity, so using the Dream Snare there was a little bit of a waste.
Yeah. It pretty much does nothing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it does absolutely nothing. I'm not sure if I like this decision from our killer here to continue camping this hook out. I think, obviously we found the pull, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But I think we really that hook was early enough that we can just go find another survivor off of the gen
I think
and go interrupt people.
I think at that point, Garafa was very close to second, and we've already committed this much time. They needed to make that decision
Yeah, absolutely.
a lot earlier in to leave. And at that point, I think the correct play was to stay and try to secure the unhook, because
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree 100% with you. I think he took too long to go and try and snowball the game. He's taken the very safe approach to the game state, which I don't blame him at all. But he does have, even though it is a lower 4K result, he does still have a pretty decent task ahead of him, having to get having to only allow 3 generators to pop to win this set.
oh no, and they don't get the swing there despite the Dream Snare. A thing to note also is we did kick that generator here, and we did not have Eruption ready. So it was just rocket. The Gen Nexus Shack here at 6.
That does get the dry kick out. I don't mind the dry kick there. This tunnel out is starting to take a little bit of time. I'm not sure how much we can realistically commit to this for, but he does get the down here.
Yeah, we're gonna get the down and the pick. Our survivors here are kind of resetting in the background in main, and we have a beamer attempt here by Was.
Very close. Now we do need to get a pain res on this hook because we opted not to take it at the start, which I agree with. I think that was a good play.
This is a very good Bane Rest right now. 4 gens still remaining. Survivor on death. This is looking like a fairly good place, I think, despite the slightly longer chase there for that second stage. The survivors had to spend that time resetting, so there's not much gen prog going on, and this the Felix was here coming to support the tunnel out, but not getting that beamer save I think also helps our killer here with less gen pressure on the board, because that was a survivor pretty much doing nothing because the beamer save was unsuccessful, right?
It does, absolutely.
It's pretty much the entire time that they were lurking for that beamer save is downtime for that survivor.
Yeah, I mean that's just 2 people that can only ever be doing gens in that situation as opposed to 3, right?
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say, and those 2 people were resetting.
Yeah, exactly. So we have been given a bit of a blessing here. I think that I do like this decision to commit this for now until we get an unhook and just teleport back, just use our dream projection back to a gen to the hook.
I would teleport
so
now.
He opts to leave it.
I would go back straight to the hook now, like full walk, direct line towards the hook. Oh no, we spotted all our survivors. Garafa is dead.
Though.
There's no way they can make
he has died on the hook.
Yeah, they can't make it to Garafa at this point.
Go back now.
Oh no!
Just commit to this survivor. Has stream pallets in this bus. The bus is not safe at all, as we see.
Oh my!
This is problems. Now the game is very firmly in our Nightmare players' hands here.
Oh no, the tunnel out at 4. I think the moment they saw the Nightmare was on the other side of the map on a different survivor. Those 2 had to stop the reset and just send someone to pull.
Yeah, I agree 100%. They needed to send an injured player to pull there. It's just kind of what the situation called for. They took too long to do those, to get that reset going. I don't know. He did cancel the dream projection on this 9 gen. Don't know if that was the best play, but does end up coming here and finding an injured survivor, and he can just take this chase.
Yeah.
I think now we're at the point where we just want to start cycling our pain reses, and then we can eventually get some more kills going as well. Especially if we find injured survivors like this in pretty bad RNG, our survivor will be going down.
Oh, they're gonna go down here.
I would imagine.
Yeah. That's not the safest ballot, especially against Nightmare when you're asleep.
No, I mean it's not the safest ballot against any killer, to be fair.
Might be safe against Hag.
You're right, it might be safe against Hag. But then again, what isn't safe versus the Hag?
Oh my, and we're gonna get another pain res here. This is really good here for Lux Kitfus.
And most notably, it's a pain res just deep within the edge map of our Retro Chop here, and it is also near the only generator, I believe, at the moment that has any progress.
Yeah. We do have a generator being worked on by Shrimp here with about 40% progress. Ooh, a very good balance done by Was.
Nice patience there from Was.
But they are now asleep. And this is being I don't know, but like I'm not like a super big survivor player. I'm pretty bad at it, but when I'm asleep against Nightmare, I am scared. Like when I'm in chase and asleep, like I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. The hinder is no joke on this killer.
Yeah, I think Behavior actually did a fairly decent job reworking him. compared to his
Yeah, I
previous
mean,
iterations.
he's definitely no longer a harmless killer. The Hinder is quite scary. The Dream Pallets are quite scary as well. Mostly as a zoning tool, but they can
Yeah.
also get you some downs,
I
as we've
mean,
seen in both of these games.
yeah, there are some crazy dream palettes in both of these games. And like, yeah, I think Behavior deciding to introduce both of the abilities into his kit at once is it gives a lot more gives them a lot more options and makes the killer a lot more skill expressive.
Yeah,
Because you could
100%.
snare into the dream palette or palette the zone into a snare and then into an M1. It's very cool, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. I quite like the old Nightmare,
You
especially
do.
these days. He was a bit of a boring killer in the past, but I think he's quite an exciting one to play and play against now. There's a lot of interactive gameplay going on here.
Yeah, fair, fair, fair. Oh, the dream palette here, forcing a survivor to path towards you, but we see two survivors here. One is gonna come take a hit, but
Well played by the survivors there. I think that hit take was quite well played. No one was making the shack pallet there.
yeah. However, we did get a dream snare, so they don't get us much distance from the hit take.
Yeah. Then this is the thing about Freddy as well.
What a
Nice little
what
greed.
greed! Oh my.
Yeah, but this is the thing about the Nightmare as well. Like against hit takes, even though he can go through survivors with the Dream Snare, even still, if you get Dream Snared before or after your hit, you don't really make that much distance.
Yeah.
So you need to be making sure that you're aware of what's around you on the map.
Waz is on Deathhook now, and we're getting a teleport out. We're canceling the teleport. We see Jojo here working away at a generator. And they're about 50% on that progress. So like there is some gen prog, but we're still at 4 gens flare. I honestly think this is very, very doable here for our killer, and our survivors are in a very precarious spot.
It is. I think that we really need to be getting Woz off the hook. This generator is rather close to the hook, so I think that's not too bad. But obviously we've got a win condition for our killer of 4k2. So
Yeah.
we cannot be going into a 4K. We cannot be going into a 2v1 rather
At 4 gens.
under any circumstances right now. Yeah.
I think if we do get the... Oh, the fast vault was already queued, Flare. I thought we were going to get a medium there. But Gen does pop. Oh, I think he tried to shoot a Dream Snare there.
just a little bit of a late dream snare.
Oh no, we're gonna intercept the... So we have problems now. I think no matter
this
what,
is
we're
what
in a
happens
1v2.
when you
Yeah.
just hit the gen like this. Because now the survivor is
Dead.
just, frankly, he's dead. You just have to leave him at this
You
point.
can't pull that. Like, you get 2-person save, then you'll end up with 2 people slugged. Like,
You just have to hope that by some miracle, our survivor shrimping here lasts for 2 generators to pop. Which it's a bit of a tall task.
like not on matchsticks. Like, honestly, they've played that matchsticks extremely well. Like, they lasted quite a bit there.
It was very good. It was very good chase by shrimping there. He did a great job to last as he did. I just think that there wasn't the backup from the rest of his survivor lineup right there.
Yeah, I mean, one was dead, one was on hook, and unfortunately, Jojo here just working away on that gen just means that they lock in a 4k3 result, which is not what we need for our win.
No, it does mean that I believe it's Lucas is going to be taking the win here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think that I understand that pulling whilst you're injured, whilst the chase is not too far away from the hook, and whilst you need to get gens done, is scary, and you really don't want to do it. But we really need to get our survivor off the hook there. We go into the 2v1 and it's just doom, frankly. Like there's just not much that can be done.
And that will be our first set going to Engel.
Very well played by our killer player here. Very well played.
Yeah, no, that was a very strong Nightmare game. That was also almost a 4k4 flare, I just want to say.
It was. I don't know what it is about this killer that just makes people get 4k forward by him. I don't know. Too strong, I guess. Maybe we should bump him up into the S tiers.
You think?
I think we should start allowing, like, you know, Deliverance, Unbreakable, Second Wind, all these perks against him. What do you think?
I don't know about that play. That might be a take.
Take away his pain res as well.
Take away his pain res.
Not that we've even seen it be taken in all of these sets anyway in Nightmare in this season historically.
I mean, are we going to move all the killers at 4K into S tier? Like, oh wait, no, that means Unknown is going into S tier. No.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a few high 4Ks even on Unknown this
We've seen
season,
a
right?
5K on like 4K5 on unknown.
We have, and I know that we've seen some 4K4s in qualifiers, for instance. It's been
Yeah.
maybe he is harmful after all. Maybe we should also move them into S tier.
Oh my god. No, no, I don't want to deal with Delhi when playing unknown flare. I'll be so for real. Like that's crazy.
Well, I think if Nightmare's going to deal with it, I think Unknown can as well.
Uh maybe not. Maybe not. But that was a crazy, crazy game. Looks this fucking absolutely cracked on the nightmare. Getting that 4K3 result with a very close 4K4. I feel like it was just they got that down, right, and then they got the tunnel out and then just hard snowballed off of that. Two survivors dying on the hook is so unideal from like going from second to dead.
Yeah, 100%. I also think that the first down happened so fast that I honestly don't even agree with sending a survivor in to go pull that person. Maybe if you realize that the Nightmare is going to be doing the original thing that I was talking about at the time, we where once you get that fast hook, you can just go to another part of the map and start a new chase. Maybe then you can do that. But we should have been able to figure out that the Nightmare was opting to, or Lucas was opting to camp that hook. He
Yeah.
was just setting up around, he was kicking everything, he was breaking all the doors, and he just stayed in the area. So I think at that point we should have just been 3 splitting gens and just maybe even opt to let him go second if you really need to. Um, and just get some motors cranking. But instead we got found going for a pull and started a chase next to the hook, which started a bit of a tragic snowball of events.
Notch, yeah, that was that they did a very good job snowballing that game in their favor and capitalizing on the like I think the little like decision mistakes the survivors may have made. Like it wasn't I don't think anything the survivors did even was super too egregious. It's just a lot of little compounding stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously like a very nuanced thing, right? Like, if the Nightmare is camping in that situation, then you can just 3 split your gens. Like, it's a
Mm-hmm.
hard decision to make in the moment, and so I completely get it from the survivor side here.
Yeah, yeah. But that will be our first set here going to Engel. Um I'm very excited for our second set here, Flair. It is going to be
Dark Lord, I believe.
Dark Lord, and I believe you are a bit of an enjoyer on the Dark Lord.
I'm an enjoyer of the Dracula.
You are, and I'm gonna be. That means like I'm gonna be very excited casting it with you. I don't think we've casted a Dark Lord set together yet.
No, no, I don't actually think I've seen many Dark Lords in this balancing. There is some interesting balancing for this upcoming killer.
Mhm.
Things like Medusa's hair being allowed is a bit of a choice. Um, And then we've also got perks such as agitation being allowed on the Dark Lord, which I expect to see quite commonly among
Yeah.
these sets.
Um.
On top of that, also a lot of lenience rather on the hex builds that the Dark Lord can bring, which Dark Lord does abuse those totems builds very hard.
Yes, I'm very excited to see if we are gonna run into hexes. And as for Medusa hair, we've the balancing team figured that it would be fine considering that they are an Ironworks too, which is a fairly not it's a fairly large map, and so and having to choose between boots, lapis, Medusa hair, and that other what is that other add-on
Kill it all.
yeah, the pounce add-on. Like there is an opportunity cost there to take Medusa hair.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that if you're going to be opting for a chase add-on such as things like Killadol or Medusa's hair, and Medusa's is allowed, then you would obviously take the Medusas. Especially when you start to consider things like there is quite a lot of cross-ping matches happening in this tournament, where M1s are a lot more scary.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, I think that it's completely valid though. Put the killer on Ironworks too. It's such a big map. It's so hard for the Dark Lord to really commit to anything anywhere. Especially if the survivors just sort of allow a chase to happen in a corner of the map and then just do everything else.
yeah.
Um,
I think
yeah, it's
that
it's
on
it's very
Ironworks
scary.
too, we've seen that death spots can like very good use of death spots. That can be so hard for the killer to like play around, even with Agi.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got heaps of good death spots, even if it's just like at the top of main, for instance, the main building in
Yeah,
like the little window room, like that's a great one. Any corner of the map, as long as it's an opposite corner to where we want to be working, generators tends to be very good, and it sort of almost makes I wouldn't say mandatory, but it makes agitation a very heavy consideration, especially if it's legal here.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you're an Agi enjoyer for Dark Lord on this map, so I wonder if that's what the killer's gonna be taking, like maybe some Agi, some Hexes, and like Pain Res. But we're going to have to see, and we will get that lobby set up right now, Flair, and we will see you guys in a bit. Hello, we are back with Blood Rush League main bracket, round 2 in season 4 here with Engel versus Evori. We have Engel set here of Dark Lord on Ironworks of Misery 2 with Fran Haram here on the Dark Lord. I'm joined with me with Flair. Flair, how are you and what do you think of our builds and like the map and all that so far?
Hello. I like it. I do like the build coming out from our Dark Lord here. I like all of the perks that he's bringing. Not sure if I agree with the add-ons in this balancing. We've obviously got Lapis, which is a staple on Dracula. I don't think you'll ever see a Dracula take that add-on off in competitive.
Yeah.
But we've also got Shape, a nice little finesse there. We've also got Shapeshifter's Hat, which is transformation speed, which is good. It's a decent chase add-on. But I think if we're going to be taking a chase add-on, there are much stronger options available here. We've got both Killer Doll and
Yeah.
Medusas available to us.
Medusas and Killer Doll are definitely like add-ons we've seen used quite a decent amount here, as well as we also do have a macro add-on in Wing Boots. I think that's what it's called, the teleport range available as well.
Larger teleport. It equates to about a 6 meters longer teleport.
Which I mean is not nothing.
No, it's not nothing. It's a very common add-on for the Dark Lord as well. Also to note, there is no eruption being taken by Fran Haram here. He's instead opted to take Pop Goes the Weasel, which I think is a valid choice, although there is a lot of synergies with the Dark Lord and Eruption.
Yeah, because they can't kick while in bat form, and they just pretty much go around erupting lots of gens really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, your standard game plan as the Dark Lord in most maps is going to be you find a survivor, you get a pretty fast chase because you are an A-tier killer and you have a strong power, or strong powers even in this case, and then you get the hook and you just go bat form, fly around, kick a bunch of gens, come back and just camp the hook with Hellfire.
Yeah. However, we do get a tag here. I mean, the first few chases here, I think the survivors have done such a really good job here with like dodging, getting the injure. We do have Shrimp eventually getting injured here and then getting down as the first gen pops here, Flair.
Yeah, that it's a bit unfortunate that we have gone down here, but this first down has come so late into the game that I think that our survivors are in a wonderful spot here. Obviously, I believe that was a 12 generator that popped.
I think
and then we also have quite a lot of prog that was on our main generator. I believe by the time we were there, it was about 70%. I imagine that's the one that got pain resist here, so it's gone down a bit.
Yeah.
And we have found a second survivor here.
We do get that the read on the window, on shapeshifting on the correct side window, but despite our shapeshift speed, they do make the pallet. Our pop is about halfway through, and what I'm wondering here, Flair, is would the better choice be there to just run to main to pop that gen?
That's probably what I would have opted to do. I understand the want to go and get a fast tag on another survivor that we find, but I think the safer, smarter option there was you just go in bat forms, go pop main gen, and then try and look for a survivor afterwards. But now, as we can see, we have got that got that main generator popping.
And Firecracker has been used. We have Nancy here coming in to support the tunnel out. Jojo on the Nancy, very well played on that body block. Pop does expire, so our first pop goes to waste here, Flair. I don't know, when I'm running Pop and Pop Goes a Weasel, I feel like you really have to use every single one you get ideally. Like letting one expire is like at that point I feel like you're better served taking a different perk like Eruption.
Especially if we're allowing some. I mean, if we're not kicking the gens, Eruption's also not going to be getting much value, right? But especially if we are dropping perks like Eruption, I think we really need to be getting value out of perks like this.
We do get a good pop there though on the gen at. I'm not very good at the clock on this map. I'm pretty sure that's a gen at 9. Yeah, okay.
Do find another survivor here. At this point, our survivors have played really well. At this point, I think that you're going to have to be expecting as the Dark Lord that a 4K is probably out of the cards if our survivors play well here, but we obviously never know.
If Shrimp gets caught and down here, right, and we enter a 1v3 at maybe like 2 generators, I think possibly depending on the generator pressure, up the slug here and go straight looking for our tunnel out.
Yeah, if we can find our if we can find our survivor here, then it's going to be quite good for the Dark Lord. But he has allowed for a reset to happen.
Oh no! Wait, is this a
For getting
2-tap?
this. Oh, it is a 2-tap.
Oh
Oh,
no!
that's problems. Yeah, I agree. Just take this hook.
Get that pain res, get the pop going. I think Shrimp probably went and like decided to go somewhere else. We can see they're lurking here near the hook, probably trying to play for the unhook, which is very dangerous if they get caught. But they are sprint burst sprint burst fixated, so they're gonna be pretty decent at like stealthing around, avoiding, especially during bats. And they do get the sprint burst to the hook. We do get the hit. I wonder what the play, whether it's the better play is better here to commit Shrimp or what. I personally me, I would commit Shrimp here. I might be wrong, however, since they are healthy.
I think it's a difficult call. I think either option is fine. I think it honestly really comes down to the RNG of the map as to who you commit here. And it looks like Franaram has chosen to take Shrimping, which I don't think is a bad decision at all.
Yeah, I mean, getting into a 1v3 right now would be pretty nice, considering that we know that only one gen could really have been worked on there. The one that popped that Nancy was working on. I think 3 o'clock side, 4 o'clock.
Yes. Yep. That sounds about right.
And we do get the first sacrifice here because we had Grapha on the floor and was on the hook, right? So.
Yeah, our survivors to take quite a long time to get Grapha off of the ground. They have gotten him up and have all reset now. Dark Lord does find a fairly quick chase in Jojo here at the 6th area of the map.
And we did see the other survivors ran towards, one of them at least ran towards the shack area, and we spot another survivor here in the mid-map, and it's Was. This is, I think, the perfect target we want to find here, setting him up to be our second tunnel out potentially.
Yeah, it's definitely a good chase. I agree with the decision to leave Jojo there. There's just no reason to chase in that area of the map.
Oh,
yeah, a bit of a nice life there.
Yeah, and a nice fastball. Oh, I don't know about that shapeshift. I don't know about that shapeshift.
I don't think he expected the survivor to vault back into him there.
Oh, will we get it down here? Yeah.
Yep. As soon as you get to an animation lock versus the Dark Lord, it's over. That health state is being lost.
Yeah, and personally, like, I find Hellfire so intimidating to play against. Like, it feels like when you're in a loop like that where they can just shoot it over the loop, it feels like you're just gonna get hit in them like fairly quickly.
It's a big cat and mouse game. The second that you ever commit yourself to dropping anything, vaulting anything, he's gonna be able to hit it. You need to be able to try to convince the Dark Lord that you're gonna drop it. But obviously, if you're patient enough, that's just not gonna happen. Yeah.
Do you think the new survivor Quan, their perk 5 steps ahead or 5 moves ahead, does it help against Hellfire?
I think it does. Yeah, absolutely. You drop it faster. Often you're going to be wanting to play corners around the Hellfire anyway. So if you are playing corners and rounding a corner to drop a pallet, it does often give you just that extra bit of time that you need to be able to drop the pallet without getting a guaranteed hit.
Fair enough. And we get a pop here on the gen at 6, and we are entering our 1v2 at 2 generators remaining. Do you think a gen will pop here, Flair?
It's possible. We haven't seen Jojo in a long time.
We have Garafa.
He could just be working. One of these top gens.
Yeah,
he's working
still 3 up. He's working away at the 12 gen. Here, it's about 50% done. We have Garafa kind of urban evading inside our shack. So this might be a 4K1 depending on how quickly we could find Jojo, because Jojo is just on that gen.
Yeah, I think there is a likelihood that a gen can pop here. It's still in our Dark Lord's favor here. Let's start to take a dry kick here to start getting it progressing, and now he really needs to find Jojo here, and he needs to find him quickly.
Jojo here hiding behind some trees next to the pallet. I think this is a pretty good tree to hide behind, as you do have that pallet to work around if the Dark Lord gets a whiff of you.
Yeah.
Oh 100%. My god.
You can start like a decent chase. Franaram unfortunately does not find the survivor.
They did a little come here emote as Dark Lord ran away. Oh my, and we do spot the gen here at the bottom side with Garafa working this. The question is, will we find Garafa as they urban evade towards that shack area?
I want to be so for real here. I think that both these gens can pop. I'm a bit worried for Franaram here.
Oh, we do find Garafa. However, we don't have Eruption, right? So like, If this
Yeah,
chase isn't extremely quickly, this could be a 4K1.
this is the problem with not taking eruption, is that you get into these situations, and especially if you get stealthed out even a little bit, it starts to become very, very scary because you can't make that time back.
Shout out to JoJo stealthing, by the way. Absolutely crazy. And as well as Garafa stealthing in the shack, getting a gen pop in the 2v1 is nuts. Like, you are never, especially against a killer like Dracula, you are not expected to get a gen pop, but they managed to do it, setting the result to a 4K1. Oh my.
Okay, gets the down on Garafa here. Now it just needs to.
I think we found them.
Jojo there? We saw Jojo there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, Jojo does get found, so we won't be seeing both the generators pop. Maybe that was a bit unrealistic, but it was looking real.
It was on the
dicey
table.
for
I wouldn't
Franeram
say
there.
it was unrealistic. It's very much on the table. Like, JoJo could potentially like stealth this if they do it right and get to that bottom side. If Garafa's chase lasted maybe 20 seconds longer, that second gen probably would be popping.
Yeah, exactly. If especially with the whiff M1 in the dog form, I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
If that was punished a little bit harder.
Oh no.
Then unfortunate. just a bit of hellfire holding. Yeah, if they'd lasted a little bit longer, maybe Jojo could have gotten in and done that generator.
Yeah.
I would imagine that Franeram is aware enough that is what was going to be happening, and wouldn't allow it to happen. But again, you just never know in these situations. These are very tense situations when the chain of events that happened to Franeram happened.
Yeah, no, and I think like the survivors getting down to a 4K1, despite how strong like that early game was going into it with Franeram, like in going into that 1v2 with like the gen prog, like the gen had like 10% progress once the 1v2 started, right? 20% progress.
Yeah.
The fact that they got it finished in the 1v2 flare is insane.
Yeah, I mean, Franeram just wasn't able to find the survivor at the 6 area, couldn't start a chase, spent all that time looking for him, and then by the time that it was obviously communicated between our survivors that he was giving up on trying to find our bottom side survivor and go to the top side, Jojo was able to just hit the stealth at that pallet.
Yeah, like they were walking around the tree next to the pallet, not getting spotted there was absolutely, it could potentially be set winning flare. It potentially could be set winning.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting the difference between a 4K1 and a 4K2 is massive.
Yeah.
in these sorts of sets.
4K3 win condition versus 4K2 win condition is night and day. I feel like.
Yeah, you get a 4K2, and it's basically I want to say unlosable, but we've seen so many high 4Ks in this league so far. But it's a very strong result regardless. You should be confident with if your killer gives you a 4K2.
Yeah.
But 4K1, you still have to play quite well, right? Like you're going to need to pop everything in that case. And
yeah.
that can be difficult against these strong killers, even though they are on Ironworks 2. They've also got a lot allowed to them.
And with that, I think we're going to be moving to our next killer here for Evori. I'm very excited to see it. It looks like it'll be Garafa once again on the killer. So, I mean, I think you've been enjoying this Dark Lord set flare, so I hope you enjoy this next game in the set as we get that lobby set up.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you in a bit. Oh my. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League main bracket round 2 season 4 here with Engel versus Evori. It's a bit of a spec bug there where we were inside Dracula's chest, but it's all good now. And we are back here with Garafa on the Dracula here for Evori with a win condition of 4K2 and a tie condition of 4K1. I'm joined with me by Flair. Flair, how are you?
I'm good. This is I'm excited for what Garafa can do here on the Dracula, the Dark Lord. He has got what I would expect to be a lot more of a standardized build. We have opted to take Eruption and Agitation as opposed to Wretched Fate and Pop compared to the last game. And we have also taken Winged Boots here as well, which will help him out a little bit with these more longer range teleports.
Yeah, and I think like the slightly increased range is like pretty nice here on a map as big as this.
Yeah, exactly. But there is a little bit of a lack of teleports on this map, depending on your RNG, and so you will have to leave some pallets down to do that sort of thing. However, I think that this is a very standard and I think safe choice.
Yeah, a very quick first injure there on Revel on the Renato, and a very decently quick first down. Very good balance done by them in the shack
Yeah.
with a firecracker, but unfortunately, like, it's Dracula, right? Like, they're insanely strong in the chase.
Yeah, we got a very fast first down, and Grappa is doing exactly what I would expect in that sort of situation. He's just taken the hook. He's opted not to take a pain res on that survivor,
Yeah.
and he's just gone and starting a new chase on another area of the map because of how fast that down was. So I really like what I'm seeing here from Grappa.
Yeah, same. This is exactly what we'll do. Oh no,
Oh!
Lucas!
Lithe brain. That was a bit of a lithe brain.
Not the light brain.
We see yellow, we vault yellow.
Okay, but you don't see yellow on light. I think that's Windows you're thinking of.
No. But yeah, a bit of a fumble there from I believe his name is Lucas.
Yeah.
And we once again get another quick down. He's going to go start a new chase in another area of the map. So I'm really liking what we're seeing from Grappa. He's just chaining these fast downs. He's likely going to commit here to our Adam on Zev. No, misses the pounce, decides to leave. Completely reasonable. Fast reset here onto Lucas, and I think we just keep committing him here. I believe now Lucas is our designated tunnel out of the match.
Yeah.
Was that Finesse? That looked like Finesse.
Yeah, it is Finesse on Lucas here. Hopefully they're able to make it somewhere and delay this tunnel out for as long as possible, as having these first chases be this quick is very much puts the momentum in our killer's favor.
Yeah, exactly. And we have also saved the pain res on our survivor Revel here. Let's get another down onto Lucas down in corner 4. And this is looking quite scary for our survivors here.
Yeah, and with Adji, they're going to make a hook of their choosing here. But picking the hook here at 3.
I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of a mid-map hook from our killer here, but I also completely understand. You were just going, the instant pull? I don't agree with that. Does
the pull, yeah?
I like the vision of just getting a fast hook going and finding someone else. I don't think Grapha quite expected them to give him a bit of what I would call tunnel bait here.
Tunnel bait.
Yeah, survivors have kind of made Lucas a bit of candy here, and he's going to be going down at 2 generators.
Oh yeah, my!
I mean, it's just unfortunate, but we do have a survivor dead. We are currently at our win condition, so as long as, or rather, if no more generators pop, we're at our win condition.
Yeah.
So if he play a good 3v1 here from Garaffa, which he's been playing excellently so far, then this is looking like a good game for him.
Yeah, I mean, the gen spread is a bit scary though, Flair. What do you think? Like, we have a gen.
It is. We have got a split double gens, which is not the easiest to defend by any stretch of the imagination. We'll be looking to get Eruption on them, and he has taken a tag onto Zev, and I imagine he's not going to go back to this gen.
Yeah, we do spot a survivor going here to the 2 side of main. Up. Oh, they're going up. Is that upstairs? No, it's upstairs.
Could have been, yeah. I think the only thing that can really go wrong for our survivors right now is if Zev is refound after that tag and Eruption is procced on the gens. So I imagine he's just going to be hiding somewhere and waiting for someone to be able to reset him.
We could see here that we have Wilco here doing the generator in the background here, getting the pressure on this gen at the 11 side of the map. Will we find them? They are currently stealthing in that jungle gym next to the gen.
Looks like we might not be able to, and in Grapha's mind, we can't really allow for a crazy amount of time to look for stealthing survivors here, as we need to be able to keep. Ideally, we need to be able to keep both of these generators from popping.
Yeah, and we do get a tag here on Riva with a good M1. We do have bounce still available. The pallet here is still up, and I think this is a fairly strong pallet, so we do break it. I agree with that break from Grapha, but the gen is being slammed in the background by Wilco, so we might see the 4K1 potentially here. I don't know. I feel like both the gen pressure on the survivors is pretty good right now, so it's fairly scary. These downs have to happen extremely fast.
It is, and I hope that we opt to slug it. No, we're going to be picking here.
We do have
take our
Pain
Pain
Rest.
Resonance on Revel.
Yeah.
I do worry that something's going to pop, just because that did take a little bit longer than it would have ideally taken for Garafa.
I don't. Yeah, based off it,
might
it's like
make
the
it.
gen was about 75%. So this gets Wilco's gen, sending it back to about 60. So that's pretty good here for our killer. But,
yeah, definitely. And crucially, now this is where it starts getting scary as well for our survivors, because we have opted to not reset Zev here. So now we've got one injured survivor, one on hook, and one healthy. So the healthy and the healthy survivor is the one that was working this generator. So I think they need to be making some rotations here.
Garafa needs to spot this generator, and they do. I was like, this gen is like so close to popping. Danger, danger.
Yeah, now with that pull, I think we can afford to spend a bit of time looking for this survivor wherever he may be. Start looking around edge map.
They
not to do that.
I
imagine
managed to stealth in this matchstick twice now.
I guess he's. Yeah, I think the Grapher thought that the survivor that was doing that gen was the one that went for the pull, which is just not the case, unfortunately. Just a bit of a wrong gamble there.
Oh, but Zev here is in chase. I was gonna say, if we get the down very quickly, this is exactly what Garafa needs.
Lovely.
There is a
Pain
res right next to this down. Will Wilco finish the gen? The answer is no, as the gen is only at 75% flare.
No, definitely not, yeah. Now we can just go back. We can kick. Do we want to kick this? I don't know.
Wait, no!
Okay, we found another engine.
Oh,
and now we
no.
just go straight back to that gen. Straight back to that gen.
Backforms to the gen. We have to stop it. Looks like Wilco's going to opt to just stealth away from the gen here, not trying to
I think that's a
risk
good call. I
finishing
don't think that gen was popping.
But we do see scratch marks. We see an orb flare.
This is bad. For those that don't know, obviously, your Centaurs only will come out when a survivor is running. So you'll always know that there's a survivor in close vicinity of an orb.
But the orb does expire as the scratch marks disappear. So I assume the orb lasts about 10 seconds, same as scratch marks.
Yeah. But you'll know that they will have to be like, as you say, within 10 seconds, like walking distance of that orb if you can't see any more scratch marks.
Wilco manages to stealth. Are they going to get the pull here? We're going to get a kick on the generator. And we're going to get a teleport here onto the pallet. The question is, can Wilco play this? Or will they get down?
At this point, our survivor is doing what he needs to be doing and crawling away from the hook and trying to allow Wilco to get the pick. Because what the Dracula can do here, sorry, I keep saying Dracula, can just sit here and watch everything, but he looks like he was a bit scared of the generator, so which I don't hate.
Oh my
obviously,
God.
we don't want this to pop. We're playing for the win here, obviously.
We see Wilco's medkit through the crack of the spools. No!
Oh, that will be an M1 tag, and now everyone is injured. Now crucially, no one can pull this survivor.
Yeah, as Iron Will also is not allowed, so their stealthing will be a bit scary.
Oh, I like that fake out of the leave there from Garafa. I like the ambition there.
Yeah.
Like that often will catch survivors off. Just fake a leave, especially as Dracula. You just fake the leave and you just teleport back.
Yeah, I'm afraid I have a spec bug where the entire screen is black, like we're teleporting in bad form. This is not ideal.
No, it's not, but Revel, we do get the pull onto our survivor here, and we do find Revel at this pillar at one side of the map. This is the swing, unfortunate, but we are just playing 50C ops to break the pallet. Bit of an ego loss there, but
no, I think taking the safe play at this situation. No harm on doing that as we force Revel into a Z wall, and guys, I don't think Z walls are very playable.
And Zev is caught going for a flashlight save, I think.
And Wilco is on the generator at 50%.
I think that's
I don't know
crazy
about
decision.
the flashlight save in the 3v1.
I think that's so crazy. I think you should just double the gen.
Oh,
or start a new one.
This will be a 4K2, I think, here.
Grapha pulls it off. It looks like he gets the win. I don't know what. I don't know. I disagree strongly with going for a flashlight save there. A nice little gap shot there with our Hellfire to wrap it all up. Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was such a... I think as bad as that situation looked, I think it was still winnable for our survivors. I think going for the... I just don't know about the flashlight save, honestly. I think that was a huge blunder.
Oh.
Chomp.
Oh, yeah, we
Fortunately,
cannot
Survivor
Mori
is on
as
first
Wilco is
stage.
on first stage. And that will be our first set here. Sorry, our second set here, going to Evori.
Yeah, I think this is really well played from Graffa. We did have a small period where it started to get a little scary, but he definitely kept his cool there very well.
Yeah.
And didn't allow.
What do you think of so it looks like both teams won on the other team's set pick, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I think it was very well played from Graffa. I really liked the early game from him there
Yeah.
of getting a very fast first down and going just chasing other survivors and finding Lucas.
I think that really set the tone of the match and like the momentum really on Garaffa's side there most of the match, not gonna lie.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was very fast paced game from Graffa, which is exactly what you need when you are looking to play for a bit of a stronger result of a 4K2. It's obviously not the easiest result to meet, especially on a map like this,
Yeah.
even for an A tier killer.
Yeah. And we're going to be having our next personal favorite of mine is Blight. I'm not an amazing Blight, but I love watching people play Blight because I find very cool what they can do.
It's a very well studied set as well. I'd say it's probably one of the most studied sets these days in competitive DBD.
You reckon more so than Nurse?
I think it's up there with Nurse these days for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Nurse you don't see so much of these days, I don't think, but you see Blights like it's a bit like the Buzz Lightyear meme, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you walk down the hallway of the shop and there's just all the Blights just lining up in competitive.
Yeah, and they all have the same add-ons.
Yeah, same build, same add-ons, same map. It's such a well-studied set. So
Yeah.
I think it's a really good showing of how good teams are, of how good they are on these sets.
However, speaking of maps, Flair, we are on Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, which is a less
That's
so
true.
well-studied map.
That is true. It's a very different map. I think it's quite a Blight. I think it's quite a Blight favored map. Sorry about that. I think it's quite a Blight favored map just because it is rather small and things like Infectious Fright are allowed in for our Blights in these balancing.
Yeah, however, main is pretty strong against main is just pretty strong against most killers.
So just choose to kind of ignore it at the same time.
Yeah. No, I'm very excited to see how it goes. I believe we're gonna have Garaffa once again on the killer Flair. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, Garaffa's been the GOAT so far. He's taking quite difficult situations and he's doing rather well at them.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm excited to have another tiebreaker set going. It's always lovely to get like a tiebreaker because you get an extra game of Dead by Daylight. Like
you get an extra game. There's more stakes on the line as well because whoever wins this game, it's so important. You don't have the safety net of another game.
Yeah, and like, what do you call that? More Dead by Daylight's always good. That's what I wanted to say.
We love Dead by Daylight here.
Yeah, despite what it seems, Dead by Daylight players like Dead by Daylight. I know it might seem a bit weird, but it's crazy. All right. We will be back as we get the next lobby set up, and Flair and I will see you guys in a bit in our not Freddy. We finished that set already in our Blight set. All right, catch you guys in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League season 4, week 2 here with our tiebreaker set for Engel versus Evori. We have Evori first up with Garaffa once again back on the killer for Evori here on Blight in the Freddy Fazbear map. I'm joined with me by Flair. Flair, how are you?
Good afternoon. I'm excited to see some Blight. I feel like funnily enough, in at least the games that I've watched and casted so far, I feel like I don't see enough of this killer.
I thought, what about the Buzz Lightyear meme with all the
He is Buzz Lightyear. That's why I'm surprised. I'm used to seeing it every set, but I've not seen that much. Or
I think also an unfortunate
little suction.
Yeah, the magnet onto the pallet because that would look like a hit there on Zev. I must say though, Garaffa's bump logic looks very solid.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good so far. You can definitely tell that he knows what he's doing on the Blight. Gets the M1 tag. Now this is very scary versus the Blight. Just drop the pallet. Fully agreed. But now that was only 2 rushes used. So our survivor of Zev here, of Zev here might be dying imminently, team.
Oh no, as Zev goes down, his first gen finishes.
We did double that main gen for sure. It might have even been a triple.
It looked like it was a triple. Oh my.
So fast gen here, but that is also the only gen that has been progressed.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Grapha is able to find a rotation and capitalize on that.
What do you think of our build? It's a bit stock standard for Blight, but like I think I mean like there's a reason it's very popular. No infectious though.
Very straightforward. I think that infectious is a bit of a staple on this killer, especially on a map like this, as your terror radius covers what feels like almost just half the map at a time. There is also no Call of Brian, which is also another staple perk for the Blight. I do like the build. I can't help but feel there could be some better options, but I do like the vision of it.
Yeah, I mean, Ruin Wretched is also a very popular thing to run here on Blight with an eruption to back it up, right?
Yep. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think it's a very reasonable build.
Yeah. And I mean, our add-ons here on Blight are like, you know, the yep,
The Blight add-ons.
Double speed.
We don't deal with no like eerie add-on shenanigans here.
Yeah.
Does manage to find our Jake here over at the 7 area of the map and takes a 2 rush tag in a bit of a dangerous area. Blight opting not to commit though for the second hit.
We do spot Lucas here on V doing a totem, and unfortunately they don't have the double pallet to play, as I believe one of the pallets might have been used.
I think that's just how that one spawned.
Oh, did the double pallet not spawn there? My bad, my bad.
Yeah, it is an RNG chance. I believe it just didn't spawn.
Yeah.
Lucas does get M1 tagged, which means that there is going to be some follow-up rushes here, and with some good bump logic, he should just be going down here.
Yeah, unfortunately
absolutely.
Lucas does go down here and will be our second fresh hook of the trial.
This is, I mean, I think this is not too bad. We have lost our tunnel out here. Which I think is it's not bad for either side, right? I mean, this is probably the optimal scenario for our survivors, and we do get the ruin out of the way background as well. It was Zev that does it, who is now back in chase, which that is kind of scary. However, our Blight opts to leave that chase.
Well played by Zev there, and it looks like the Lythe is the reason why they didn't get hit there. Because I honestly thought that they were gonna get hit there on that revolt, but Lythe saves the day.
And crucially, I've just noticed he's chosen. Agrafa has unfortunately chosen the Deliverance player to hook there.
Yeah. V does Deli off the hook. That's very, very good here for our survivors. It's another gen box. We have 3 gens remaining on the trial here. I think Engel's playing a very solid game here on Survivor.
Yeah, this is pretty textbook so far against the Blight. We've gotten a problematic early gen out of the way by stacking it, which is extremely reasonable. And we've also managed to get the Deliverance not only activated but also used, which is
in a fairly strong manner too.
Yeah, exactly. In a very, very strong way. I guess Grapha just wasn't sure exactly who went for the pull, and unfortunately lost a bit of a 50-50.
Yeah. And
do you see a crow take off there?
Yeah, it was, I believe, Claude is on Zev.
Yes, and he has found him and is in chase with Zev here at once again at 7. This seems to be a very popular area to be getting chased right now for our survivors.
Take the hit here from an M1, which means we do have the Blight Rush, but we do have Light. How will we play this? Oh,
unfortunate we missed the rock, but it doesn't matter. He gets the rush, he gets the conversion anyway.
Very good bump logic by Grapha, like I said earlier. Like they seem on point with their Blight.
Yeah, and being able to recover as well from missing that rock there on the bump, so it was very, very nicely played from. And now we have got Zev on his death hook with 3 generators remaining.
Looks like they will be the ideal tunnel out in this situation, Flair.
Yeah, it's this is definitely the person that you want to be tunneling at this point. We have lost both of our totems, so we are kind of just running one perk with Eruption here now on the Blight. This is the risk of running like totem builds like this as well, as opposed to a bit more like pick-oriented builds.
But I mean, if there's any killer that can get away with running one perk, it's Blight, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
We go into main. Oh my! What a
conversion.
Hit!
A good conversion there from that Blight. Also gets this pallet out of the way, which on its own, not very strong, but when you combine it as like a bit of an extender when you're using that whole stage area, it's quite deep.
Yeah. Honestly, that was a really cool bump by Blight to get, or like instead of going around the thing, they hit like go backwards, like to the left of the pallet. They go get a hook trade here with V. I'm not sure if I agree with sending V as the unhooker, as V will get put on
Take the
death
trade.
now.
Yeah, he's gonna take the trade.
Like, honestly, I think they should have sent a fresh hook survivor here, maybe, because you're still playing for gen stages right now. Not like the out is not expected yet, I feel.
And the scary thing about this map, as we see a plot twist in the background, the scary thing about this map as well, I think that Grapha could have very reasonably opted to just go and hook Lucas here at main, and then just go back to the 9 area of the map to find Zev, because it's so difficult to re-stealth killers on this map, especially ones like Blood.
Did Wilco just stealth? Did Wilco just stealth Garafa in the basement after seeing?
He did. I guess he didn't. I guess that Blight didn't want to take all the time to check every single locker there, and just decided that just got to leave that.
Not fair. Okay, fair enough. What a basement play. If this was
yeah, you go.
I was gonna say, if this was a pub game, I'd be like, yo, that has to be a Wicked player.
I mean, I understand his decision to leave that. I mean, it takes so long to check all of those lockers, like, and you have to guess which one he's in, like.
Oh, almost with a hit there on Wilco. We do find Wilco eventually here outside of the basement. However, we can't commit the chase, as we know that generator here in main is being worked on.
I'm a bit curious on Grapha's decision. He's got 2 Deathhook survivors. Obviously, one of them is plot twisted, which is likely going to be paired with Decisive Strike.
Yeah.
But he's got 2 Deathhook survivors, and he's decided to not find a way to tunnel either of them, and has also now allowed both of them to be reset, and they're probably just never going to be found again. And I think that
miss swing, unlucky.
I think that's the type of thing that just throws away.
I think that could be potentially like very bad here for Garafa. Looks like we're gonna take the down here. Eruption hitting, I think V on not V, Claude on the generator. And I think it's to note, you did like usually plot twist with a decisive strike is used, but decisive strike has not been used. Yeah. Garafa might be doing a little nice guy streak here, not tunneling out Claude hard enough. Oh my.
I'm not sure. Yeah. I mean, even the decision there, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about the decision to pick up the Jake there as well. I mean, there's no pain raise in play. You're a Blight. You have a Eruption Aura on a Deathhook player. I think you just go for the... just leave it. Go for the tunnel, but...
Fair.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But, I mean, like, it does progress the game state, right? It puts another stage on the board, and you're getting potential other survivor out of the game. But at this point, we really need to get the momentum here back on Garafa's side, because the survivor right now, I feel like the survivors have all of the pressure. It's all...
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's so many gens being worked on right now. He's
got multiple high proc gens in a 4v1. This is very scary, and you can see it, I think, in some of these rushes. I think
he's getting a bit pressure, which, I mean, I don't blame him. This is a fucking tense situation, pardon my language. It's...
Yeah, I mean, any comp game where things start slipping away from you, it does get very scary.
In the TV too, I just want to say.
Yeah, in the TV as well. Yeah, it does get very scary. You do get nervous. You do get uncomfortable, for lack of a better word. And I think that I feel like that's just what we're seeing here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Nerves get to me all the time when I play in comp. It's just very, well, almost with the swing there, but I think we'll get it here. Yeah, we do.
Revel with a bit of pub juking there with the faking.
We do spot Wilco once again, working a gen, but we need to find possibly Claude or V on Lucas and Zev. Like, we really need to get a 1v3. Like,
we need deaths here, but both of our Deathhook survivors I mean, we've got one that's obviously that's going to be playing for resets here. We got one that's playing in main. This is just this is exactly what you want to see from a team playing on Pizza. You can tell that our survivor squad here, very well played. You can tell that our survivor squad here has definitely at least practiced this killer on this map.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, like, holy hell, Garafa navigating that main with the pallet down there on Blight with all their rushes without to get the hit, that was crazy, by the way. Like,
yeah, it's so easy to just bump into random stuff, back bump by accident, you know. I mean, we saw it earlier where I think it was 4 bumps that was used on one of those little stalls.
But it's alright, they got the get here and got the down. Our first sacrifice here on Claude at 1 gen remaining, but is it too little too late as all of our gens are very, very progressed? No, V in the chase
Oh, we
now.
found that other death hook.
Oh, but I don't think we have like the gen pressure to commit this.
I think. Yeah, I guess not.
Look at that gen
This
prog.
is tough.
Look at
This
that
is
gen
tough.
prog flare. What do you do?
I'd almost say that you're just gonna have to accept that at least one of these are gonna pop, and just get the down. At least get the down on V.
I would say honestly, personally, me, if in this situation, I would look for Renato. I don't know if that's the wrong decision, but
I think it's a fair play. I think crucially he's got all his disruptions now. He just needs to look for a down, and they find the Jake. I think that the Jake.
Very good zoning fatigue there.
Because I think it's natural that Revel and Lucas are going to be looking for resets here, and so Wilco being found, I think, is a little bit of a blunder. As now, if he does go down here, which it looks like he will be.
Oh no! And we can hear the eruptions in the background as
They were
V
working
is spotted main. Run V.
Oh, now this is problems.
Oh, this is danger. We could see Revel here on another gen at 75%. No, unfortunately, V is going to be going down here.
Oh, this is massive problem.
Oh no! Oh no, Flare.
This is massive problems. Revel needs to be a hero here.
The answer is probably they're not going to be.
And he's going to be hurt here. Yeah, that's. Oh,
they saw the pools of blood. Oh, what a dodge.
Almost hit through the sprint first. Wow, that was an insanely fast turnaround.
Wait. V has unbreakable. Okay. V's back in it. Oppa, matchsticks. Oh? Wait, this might be a game-winning chase. The locker. So
forcing the pull. I think that's a very good play.
They get the recovery.
Very good. Now, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. We do have a hook in the middle of the two progress generators.
Oh, we're gonna slug.
And he's gonna opt to slug. That's also completely reasonable. He's gonna re-kick everything, and he's gonna try to find a reset here.
Yeah, I think the note is that we knew V was Delhi, and
we
like,
know where
Unbreakable is a very common pairing with Delhi. It must have slipped Garafa's mind that V might just straight up have UB. Oh!
Yeah. And we obviously, we can know where the reset is. We know that there's no medkit in play in that situation, and the survivor went from being picked up off the ground to healthy very quickly. So he should know. He knows where roughly everyone is right now. So it's still not over yet.
Yeah.
We still have injured survivors here.
It looks like we're gonna have Wilco hop back on that gen here by. I believe this is 4. Oh my! Almost without rush.
I think this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier in the nightmare sets. Guys, we don't need to rush these gens, right? Like we can slow it down, take it slow here. We're in a very precarious situation. Just chill out a little bit, you know. Just mellow out a little bit.
Yeah.
Find your resets and just come back and attack it again. You know, we don't have to be working gens injured here in this situation.
Yeah, we do.
The pressure is all on the blind.
But Garafa has to leave that and check their gens, as the gens are in danger of popping, especially the gen here now by like main, like middle of main, between main and mid, is pretty much fully regressed. But oh no, Revel does go down, unable to play that pallet. But I was gonna say the gens that are in danger of popping are the gens here by Shaq with at 5 and 4.
See, now this is exactly what I think that our survivors should be doing here as well. We've opted not to do the gens. We're just finding a safe reset spot at the back of main, and we're gonna re-attack this situation with all of our health states available to us.
I'll be honest, as Blight here, I would go back and pick right now and hook in the middle of all the gens.
Yeah, I think that was a reasonable play. I think that it's not completely illogical to go and check that gen again, given the behaviors in the past from working gens injured.
No, but
a hook is very reasonable.
Yeah, after the reset, I would have like immediately rushed back to the hook. I think would be a good play.
So you just drag him as close as you can to something like Shaq, as deep as you can within the 3 gen, and you just keep him there, and that puts a lot of pressure on our survivors.
Yeah. Garafa might be looking for some survivors here. V doing a bit of emoting behind that rock as she successfully stealths out Garafa. Very well played by Lucas there. Oh, but we do spot some scratch marks here. Wait, yeah. Revel is still down, and ooh, they do get the pick on Revel here. And Wilco once again is in the chase in the same area with the same tile. They're gonna not get tagged. Ooh. They're gonna get tagged
Well,
here,
now...
surely. No!
Oh!
Oh! Bah!
Well, now Grapha knows, though. This situation, Grapha knows, everything has regressed so much. Again, the consequence of us not slot... Oh, a nice dead hard there from Wilco.
Crazy.
The consequence of our survivors not slowing down there is they've actually wasted more time, and everything has regressed back to 0, right? So our Blight is back in control of this game. He can kind of do whatever he wants now. He's not forced into any particular play, and he does opt to take this this hook on Wilco to put him on Death Hook within the 3-gen.
This is still very, very scary. Also, I believe it's a 4-gen. Like,
yeah, I believe every gen is here, right?
yeah. We have 4 generators.
Yeah, it is. We've got 4. We've got like this like sort of 6-ish gen. We've got bottom main, and we've got 7.
Big shout out, by the way, to Lucas here recovering that situation with Unbreakable.
Yeah, that was very nice. And we do see a fast pull onto Wilco. The second wind is active. Blight is going to go back. I would imagine he is going to realize he has enough time to just tunnel this, but I am interested. I'm intrigued.
Oh,
no, finds the
Lucas
V.
on V.
Also completely reasonable. Lucas is
Also
kind of stuck here with not much RNG left. Is Death Hook and is taking an M1 tag with rushes up within the next second or so.
No, this is not looking good here for Lucas.
And I believe there's no pallet in this room.
No, there's not. And I think Lucas does go down, and I think Blight will just take the sacrifice here.
You take the hook. There's no chance anything can pop here.
Yeah, as unfortunately, Lucas here will be our second sacrifice with 2 chances remaining. I think this is now a very solid looking 4K2.
Yeah, this is looking all but locked in now. I think there was a very scary section of this game for Garafa here, but he's done really well to bring it back, calm himself down, and bring it into what's looking like a very strong result in 4K2.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate V got caught there, as this now puts the survivors in a 1v2 situation, and this is not a situation you want to be in against the Blight. Not with a 4-gen.
Definitely not. You don't want to be in a 4v1 versus Blight, to be completely honest, let alone a 2v1. Like,
oh no.
Does manage to find our Wilco here, actually. Starting a chase. How many 50s can Wilco win on this pallet, do we think?
1.
About that many.
It's not a very strong pallet.
I'll give him 2. The run around, but then gets the 2-tap.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you do there, right? It's just that pallet. There's nothing else left on the map. All the pallets have, all like the strong resources have been used. Like, we see our last survivor here with Eruption, and I think this is curtains for our survivor team.
That is it. That's the end of it all. Wow, a really nice comeback from Grapha there. I really like that. He capitalized on the survivor's mistakes very well in this game.
Yeah, but like that was almost such an amazing recovery there by Lucas. Very unfortunate that we were not able to get a gen out of all of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice recovery from Lucas. I do really like the recovery from Grapha though. I mean, this game...
Yeah.
This game was looking like mid to low stages. I mean, it was not looking good for our Blight here for a hot minute.
It looked like both gens were like literally about to pop several times. Like, oh my, they managed to hold out 1v3 in the 4-gen. Absolutely crazy.
Yep. Just small inefficiencies piling up here, and Grapha did a wonderful job of being able to punish that fully and bring it back to not only away from stages, but also a very strong 4K2.
Yeah, I mean, like that will mean that our other killer, our Engel's killer, will have a win condition of 4K3 and a tie condition of 4K2. What do you feel about that on the Blight here in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza?
I think, considering how studied Blight is, a 4K2 is, on its own, just as a tie, should be difficult, right? Like, I think that our survivors should know what's going on in this set and should be able to hopefully be able to get it down to at least a 4K1, which is what I would say is a pretty standard result for the Blight. But getting higher than that is a bit of a tall task, so I'm interested to see how our survivors will play this.
Yeah. I mean, like, hey, it's still, anything is possible. We've seen some crazy results here in Blood Rush League, but It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, and I'm
It's
very excited to see how the Blight manages to pull this off here for Engel.
Yeah, and I can't imagine the nerves that are going through whoever is going to be playing the Blight for Angle as well. I mean, again, you're in this tiebreaker. You don't have a next match. You have to win this,
It's a
and
4K3.
you've been given
Oh,
a very difficult win condition. Yeah,
if I was playing killer here, my heart rate would be through the roof. I'll be honest. Though to be fair, my heart rate is usually always through the roof when I'm playing in comp. But even more so,
scary horror game after all.
it is. Dead by Daylight is scary. I know a lot of people don't think so, but I find this is why I can't play Survivor, guys. It's fucking terrifying for me. So
Yeah, I mean it's in the horror category.
all right, we'll be right back as we get our next lobby set up, and we're gonna see Engel's killer here on Freddy Fazbear's Pizza with that win condition of 4K3, and Flair and I will catch you in a moment. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Season 4 main bracket round 2 here with Evori versus Engel. With we have here as Lucas, the V from last game, on our Blight here for Engel, and with a win condition of a 4K3 and a tie condition of a 4K2, it's gonna be a bit scary here for our killer. But I'm joined with me by Flair. Flair, what do you feel about this? What are your thoughts?
I think that we have found a very first fast tag, much faster than what was happening last game, which is a good start. Also, with our build, we are going to be going, instead of when our Corrupt is gone and our Totem of Ruin is gone, going to single perk, we've got 2 perks, because we now have Call of Brine, which is a very strong gen kicking perk.
I'm a big fan of the Call of Brine personally, especially on these high tier killers with his mobility.
Yeah, interestingly, and neither of these sets, we haven't seen a perk that I would expect on the Blight, which is Infectious, and there goes the Ruin already.
Average Ruin moment.
No Infectious in either of these games, which I think is, I think it's valid. I think it's a choice.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, like, I don't know. I think it's just there are several perks here that are open to the Blight, right? That are all very, very good, and so like there's opportunity cost in taking any of them.
There is, absolutely, there is. I mean, obviously you would lose some form of regression from dropping any of these perks.
Yeah.
I'm just a big fan of the idea if you get into the 3, we want to start slugging. But in saying that, we've got a pretty fast pull onto our Survivor Garafa here, who has also been hit off of the hook, which is an expected play, and I believe that the 10% haste. I believe the 10% haste actually made those rushes a bit harder to hit than what Lucas would have expected.
Yeah, Firecracker does go down, but it does not get the blind, but we do get the balance stun. Garafa's kind of juicing, not gonna lie.
The stun, not to mention, that was the stun on 200 ping.
Is it? It's America to South America, so I'd say it's maybe like 150. No, but no, it's still a strong
we
stun.
did ping check before the game.
Oh, did you ping check? Oh,
yeah, it's 180 to 210 ping. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Quite a very, very fast death hook for Lucas here, and setting himself up nicely for the win condition that is required from him. Go
Lucas, but I think like credit to Grafa though, that second chase is very solid, and I think that's less.
He did a good job, yeah.
Yeah, I think the fast death hook here is less so on Garafa, and more so that I feel like that first spill was extremely fast.
Yeah, it was. He did low-key get farmed off the hook there by his team, which is a bit unfortunate.
We're farming you off the hook so I can get deli, guys. It's okay, as Nancy does have the deli. It's for my deli, guys. It's fine.
And we're getting tagged. We're potentially getting 2-tapped around the hook. We're taking the trade. You're kind of forced to do that at that point if you take the tag like that. And now, but then again, we're in the same situation. We've kind of just farmed Garafa off the hook at 5 generators.
Garafa has to make something happen here. They do have these double pallets, but even these double pallets are a bit scary against Blight, I'll be so honest.
Oh, nice.
Very good stuff.
That was, again, doing that on 200 ping. Juicer.
Yeah, W Garafa. Playing a crazy killer, not playing a crazy Survivor game.
Unlucky from Lucas there. That is really difficult to bump around.
Yeah, when first gen does finish, and we will be getting a down here on the window. No, dead hard.
Oh, the dead hard.
Oh my, what a dead hard here by Garafa, extending the chase a bit more, but it's Blight. What can you do if you got that tag on M1, but you're after a tie condition? Oh no, other win
I think
condition. Oh my.
I think those generators were popping regardless. To be completely honest,
Yeah,
like, I don't
fair
think
enough.
anything that happened there was changing. But that is quite nice from Grapha to be able to pull it back to last that long. I think that this is just a case of I think our survivors could have already been at their win condition if they just left him on hook for a little bit longer in both instances. But I mean,
No, we gotta get
we'll
that
see,
deli
see how we
active. Man.
go.
We gotta get the deli active. I'm sorry to say.
We got to get it going. We got to farm. You're getting farm, son.
I need my deli. Your life, it'll be fine. Just do. I need my deli. Yep.
Just live, bro. Just live. Come on, just last.
Nah,
It's a
but-
blight. Like, he's harmless, guys.
Harmless killer? Yeah, Blight. I don't know, maybe after the changes he might be a bit more harmless, but I still think he's gonna be an S tier, like 4.4.
Oh, absolutely. I think anyone saying that he's going down tiers is maybe not thinking fully. Maybe not thinking fully.
It will
is all I'll
really
say.
force him to like have to use that M2 power, especially on some of these like tighter loops, but really good Blights already can use their M2 power on pretty much any of these loops, so
It will expose the M1 blights. I'll say that much.
yeah, so I'm never playing Blight after the change, by the way. Like
we,
on my
we saw the trickster.
okay, shut up, Flair. I like my
I'm
M1,
sorry.
okay? I like bonking people. And then using the power to get them when I can't bonk them. But yeah.
Easy.
Sorry, I've been practicing the trickster Flair, it's been getting better.
Let's go, let's go. But now you're going to have to do the same thing with Blight, same as all Blight players. But looking back at the game, we've got quite a decent bit of gen progress going here. So I'm liking what we're seeing in the 3v1 from our survivors.
Oh.
Lucas really just needs to start getting exactly what's happening here. He needs to be getting these fast tags
What a
and
very good
into
hit.
preferably downs here. And I believe, I would say that we need to start looking to have a slugging game.
Yeah, however, there's a gen in the background that's already about 80% here. Lucas needs to get this down now. And they do.
One, that should be a down, and then I'm hoping that he goes and finds this generator's being worked
Yeah, there's
by
he knows
Jojo.
both generators, so he has to find the correct one is the problem. And he finds the wrong one.
He's found the wrong one, so
No, that puts us in a
I
tie.
think that's going to mean that Jojo's going to pop that
Yeah,
generator.
it does. And we are now at a
Yep,
tie.
there it is. So, which unfortunate.
4k3 was a tall order.
I guess it's a 50. I guess it's a 50. But I think he can still keep this up for a tie if he plays well from here on out. There's only one other gen on the map that has progress, and Jojo is obviously going to go
Oh.
B and pick Waz here.
Shrimp winning that like that 50 on the window vault. Very well played by them. But and loses this one. Gets a tag for it.
Nice, and Jojo has opted to fully reset Waz here. I don't believe that was a med kit. I believe that was too quick. So if we get it down here, we can go back to roughly where that area is.
Not gonna lie, I would say
or
I'd
looks
take a
like
look here.
Pick.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you're next to the active gen. Like you're progressing
true.
the game state. Like this could
It's true,
potentially
but
mean
I
a
don't know.
second tunnel out on Shrimp. Like you're the active gen's right over there. You could go there and kick. I would go to the active gen right now and kick it. Like we know our survivors are
Yeah,
somewhere.
I mean,
in there,
he needs to boot this survivor off the generator at the very least. I think you can go either way, whether you slug or hook there. But either way, he needs to get this generator interrupted and get the Call of Brian applied to it.
Ooh, a hit here, and I think this
Okay.
is perfect. I would go for Shrimp here. Just go for Shrimp, right? Like, oh, it looks
I think
like
he's gonna. I think he's looking to go for the tag onto Jojo, and he's looking to set himself up for. I'm hoping he's setting himself up for a 3-man slug here.
that definitely would be a play here, and probably the correct one, Flair. Like, yeah. I personally probably would have decided. Personally, I would have just hoped that I get like not hope, but like I feel like I could like you could get like a pretty fast down there on Shrimp after taking away their BT and having your Blight Rushes pretty much
Yeah.
ready to go. And I
You
would
definitely
like
could.
setting them up on Deathhook might have been good, but like no, I can see the vision here for the 3 slug.
Yeah, I think that you definitely could get a. Oh,
What?
my!
How
Oh
does that not
my!
hit? That's crazy.
Oppa! We gotta get the hit here. We have to get the.
Oh my 50
Oh
win.
my!
Wow.
What are we up to? 5? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think that in this situation as a blight specifically, I think you really should be looking to get everyone injured and then just start rushing around the map, playing ping pong with the survivors,
Yeah.
and forcing so much pressure that it becomes overbearing, which is exactly what blight is good at in these 3v1
Yeah.
situations, right? I think that if you start going for tunnel after tunnel after tunnel, you're going to end up in a situation where you just simply can't keep
dodge.
up with the amount of time that the survivors can keep on gen with the people being on the hook.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Oh, what a down and what an eruption there.
So I imagine he leaves
But
this. Yeah,
unfortunately, the
absolutely.
eruption does not hit the generator at 7, which our survivors have been working. Nancy's medkit is out of juice though, as Shrimp had to heal Jojo there.
See, this is what happens now when we do set up for this 3v1. He obviously doesn't have Jojo injured, but he has got this Tae Young shrimping injured, and he is hopefully going to be able to get a very fast
Oh no!
down.
What the magnet?
Very well played. The slow vault was
Oh,
beautiful
no.
there. I love that. Forcing the suction onto the suction break by slow vaulting.
Would a fast vault mean that they got him hit there?
It's riskier.
Okay.
It's riskier. Obviously, the problem here is that he's taking too long to get this down and has allowed resets to happen. But if he did get that fast down, he would have been in basically it would have been over, right?
Yeah. But well played here by Shrimp to like keep their team in the game, I'll be honest.
Yeah, Shrimp has done exactly what he needs to do, and he needs to just have a bit of a juicer chase, which is now it doesn't matter what happens to him, but he really clutched up when his team needed him to, and he keeps clutching up.
We have Nancy back on the gen here, Jojo on this gen here at 7, and we have while starting the gen up 2, I think, back up. We get the tag here. I think we're gonna go back and kick the gen here. Call up brand value, getting these the regression going.
I would say that he should kick it and probably go look for the third survivor here, Waz.
Yeah.
He should be able to intuit he's going to be on this 2 gen. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Survivors like to go back to the gens they're doing. This is the farthest spread gen. We see a vault over there, so we see both survivors here.
Oh, nice stun.
What a
Again,
stun,
200 ping over stuns like that. It's risky, but I really respect it.
I mean, hey, if it works, man, and it gets their team so much more pressure.
Now he just needs to get this tag onto Waz here. He knows that Jojo has just gotten back onto this gen down at the bottom side. The sprint burst 99. Holy!
Oh no, we missed the wall.
Oh, we missed it.
Oh,
it's all going wrong here. The survivors are doing such a good job here in this 3v1.
I think, yeah, the survivors are playing extremely out of their minds here, but I believe in Lucas here. Lucas is gonna get this hit on Nancy, surely. Yep.
Nice, there we go.
Well played by Lucas.
I mean, our survivors so far in this 3v1 against Blight, they're playing textbook, right? They know exactly what our Blight's wanting to do here, and they're countering it almost to a T, and they're really clutching up when it matters, like all of them here. We saw some juicing from Shrimping, and then we saw some juicing from Waz there as well with the 99 sprint burst.
And Nancy also is doing a pretty good job getting the resets in and recovering the team.
And now we've already gotten Jojo back up. This is nice rotations coming in from our survivors. Hopefully we can get a fast down here onto Shrimping.
We do, and the slow vault does not work that time. Will we pick
that time our Blight was more
slug?
ready for it.
Like
I think we pick.
Yeah. This puts, because we know our survivor had to go reset, right? And Nancy is back on that gen, but I think if we go and immediately rush to Nancy's gen, we will interrupt her, as her gen is about 80% here, but it is Blight.
We pick, we maybe even kick this, and then
you
go rush to the gen.
Okay, wait, no, Nancy stops her gen, plays it a bit safer here, because if Nancy like tries to commit that gen and gets down, she just dies.
Yeah, if she dies on that gen, it's over.
Oh, but Lucas not on the gen. They're gonna get the pull here. Are we gonna get a slug? The answer is yes. We're gonna get an eruption. I would not chase this and just go to Nancy's gen. You have to go now. Now.
He knows. Yep, he knows.
Go, Lucas,
got
go.
This.
Will Nancy finish the gen? The answer is no.
I doubt it. Yeah. Very well played. Very well played. Both sides playing that basically perfectly.
As you said, it is a well-studied set, Flair.
Yep. This is what I mean. These sort of things. You gotta be prepared for these sort of just scary situations, right? Forcing the pull. He should just drop this, in my opinion, and go back to that 2 gen. They are likely doubling it as we speak.
It looks like they're doing a single person only. I mean, like the gen was erupted, Flair.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
It's down to 50%.
I still think dropping the survivor is good there, but yeah, no, that's.
I mean,
fair.
no, dropping is fine. The only person I would want to hook here is probably Shrimp.
Yeah, 100%. And we find Waz here, very good. Shrimping, I believe I also spotted out that he was hiding in a locker, which is pretty much the right thing. He knows that he's the one that can't be found, and he does rotate at the right time to get the pick onto Jojo, and we're back into this slugging snowball effect.
Honestly, if I was Lucas here, I would be looking to finding Shrimp and just full committing that tunnel out. Getting it to a 1v2 would be amazing right now.
Yeah, it would be, but like we can just keep playing ping pong like this until
Yeah.
until we do find that scenario to approach. There's no reason to slow the game down here for Lucas. He needs to keep the
Yeah,
pressure on the
that is
survivors,
fair. And the pull here. Does this mean
and we're
Shrimp
gonna see the
finishes the gen?
commit.
Because
Oh,
Shrimp is
we gotta
committing the
drop
gen.
this.
We have
Drop
to
it.
drop
Drop
the
it.
drop
Drop it.
now. You have to run. Run, Lucas.
No, he doesn't
Run.
make this.
No, it's
He needs
blind. No, Lucas, you have to go. No.
he needs perfect bumps out of the building, which is not gonna happen.
No. It's a disaster. As the gen finishes. No.
Oh, why?
No, in the DC.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That yeah. It's such a hard decision to make there. He needed to not pull the man. Oh, in hindsight, obviously he needs to not pull Jojo out of the locker there. But
That's like
an
it's
incredibly
so hard to
decision to
make that
make.
decision because you don't know exactly
Yeah.
what the gen pressure is, right? You know it's kind of high. And honestly, if their pathing outside of that main was a bit quicker, I think they would have actually gotten that. That was such a close
I
game.
think
Holy
I think
shit.
there are so few survivors in the world that will be able to survivors. Sorry, I think there are so few killer players in the world that will be able to make the decision not to pick the Nancy out of the locker there.
Yeah.
Like I don't blame him at
I
all.
would have
I
fucking
probably would
picked.
have done the same
Yeah.
thing. Like I knew that we had to drop, but no, that's so difficult. And
my God.
even though it is blight, the location that Jojo got in the locker there, it is so hard to get out of there perfectly. You need all 5 bumps to be perfect, and that's just like just the way the collision works in that area. It's just not happening.
Nah, yeah, no. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of cheering for Lucas there. That was a scary situation for them to be in. Not like playing that 1v3. The survivors were absolutely playing out of their minds, and I was.
Yep.
That was. Oh my God, Flair. That I think was the closest game we've had in Blood Rush League.
Absolutely heartbreaking for Grapha there. Absolutely heartbreaking. He was playing it so well.
Seconds
Both
difference.
sides.
You mean
Both
Lucas,
sides
not
are like.
Grapha?
Oh, yes, sorry, my mistake. Yes, Lucas. Heartbreaking for him. I think both sides of that equation were playing it basically to perfection.
Lucas played insane, by the way, on both Survivor and Killer on that Blight set. They got that recovery to their team where it looked like it was like over. Got them back into the game, but unfortunately could not get a gen done. And they almost got that tie condition here, which was pretty hard ask here. But it was literally like 1 second off. Like Flair, like actually 1 second off.
Yeah, I mean, he got the hit as it popped, right? Like, or basically
God.
as it popped.
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, both sides played it excellently. The only thing that I think really that could have gone better for Lucas there was our Tae Young, who I believe was shrimping.
Yeah.
Had quite an impressive chase to allow a recovery to even be in that situation to begin with.
Yeah.
But like that, you can't. Like it just happens, right?
You can't
like
fault Lucas.
sometimes you just lose your 50s, right? Sometimes the survivors just clocked in and just wins, right? You know what I mean? It happens.
Yeah, even on Blight, like, oh my God, that's crazy. Really. Big highlight. Honestly, this whole set, this whole series, big shout out to Engel, big shout out to Evori. What crazy plays! I'm so happy to have cast this with you,
I'm very impressed on both sides on that. I was I've been honestly fiending for some Blight sets, and that's exactly why. Just there's so much nuance happening in that game, you know.
Oh, poor Lucas. No, I'm crazy. I'm sorry, Flair. I'm lost at a loss of words.
Yeah, I mean it was a very hyped ending.
Fuck me. But no, that would be our match for today. We will have another match, I believe, in a couple of hours, and it will be Astral versus Aurora, I believe, and be Ghoul, Artist, and Unknown tiebreaker. I hope they get Flair. I hope they get to the tiebreaker for no particular reason.
I hope so. But yeah, if it was anything like these games that we saw today, it should be exciting.
Yeah, I mean the teams this season in Blood Rush League, big shout out to all of them. Everyone who's played in the qualifiers and everyone's here in the main bracket. You guys are all amazing. And we actually cannot run this league without you and your amazing plays. Like, holy, this is why I love Dead by Daylight, man. This games like that, games like that is what make this whole thing worth it for me. Taking, spending all this time organizing the tournament, getting everything sorted. Like seeing stuff like
Yeah.
this is absolutely nuts, Flair.
See,
Absolutely.
seeing those individual just really high level games, we obviously like 4K4s, 4K3s, they're funny, right? They're a bit hee hee ha ha, but like the ones we really want to see are those nail biters, where
Yeah.
everyone is playing so well, and it really is just coming down to literal, in this case, literal milliseconds.
Oh my. Like, so, yeah. But thank you all for being here. We'll see you guys in approximately, I believe it's going to be 10 hours. Sorry, like 10 hours and 15 minutes. And yeah, I hope to see you guys then. Thank you so much for casting with me, Flair.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been wonderful, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you guys in the audience had fun watching our games tonight. All right, catch you guys later.